What immediately tells you that a person has had traumatic childhood past? Oversharing or not ever sharing. Planning for the worst. Always having a backup plan. Bad with boundaries, either none at all or really big ones. Imposter syndrome. Never feeling safe. Hypervigilance. Body pains. Trouble sleeping. Taking everything personally. Thinking that any criticism means abandonment. Ask me how I know lol. Insanely independent. They've learned not to trust anyone to help them, so do everything themselves. Frequent apologizing, flinching, not being able to accept compliments, trouble trusting people, and excessive helpfulness. They are always on, like they can't stop making jokes to save their lives. They are basically hiding behind a wall of humor, because they believe nobody would stick around and accept them for who they really are if they got a glimpse of the pain and suffering they are trying so desperately to hide. Also, the 1,000-yard stare. When they are out in public and not interacting with people, they essentially go into autopilot mode and you can read the misery on their face. But when you talk to them, they snap right out of it and go into their funny persona. When they are around a functioning family, they don't know how to act. Feeling weird about giving hugs. Always thinking someone is talking about you or everyone is out to get you. They sneak up on you a lot. They move softly so you never hear them coming. When things get tense, they move and breathe very silently and are hyper aware of everything that is happening and everyone else's actions. I find that they also read people very well, but still have poor judgment when it comes to close relationships. They tend to overthink a lot of things. They apologize habitually, compulsively, and for everything, even for things that have nothing to do with them. They don't talk to anyone, they don't trust anyone. They also watch everything and everyone around them. I had a friend who used to be brutally beaten by his dad as a child. 10 years later, he still flinched every time someone raised their hands next to him. Even little things like gesturing while talking or picking something up would cause him to flinch. This was depressing to read and relate to literally almost every post. They can read people really well on account of having had to be so aware of moods, tension changes, etc. Resting sad face. Freaking out, getting really angry or putting themselves down for making minor mistakes. The whole so stupid, why can't I do anything right rant is never a good sign about their upbringing. Apologizing anytime they do anything that takes up another's time, attention, or efforts that person didn't specifically request them to do. Basically, apologizing for taking up space, when oft they exist just like everyone, but it's not okay in their mind to just exist. Dissociation without realizing it. I have to actively work extremely hard to stay present. One thing I haven't seen is issues around boundaries and oversharing, usually on both ends of the spectrum. Look at how you stand. People with good childhoods don't stand like that. Joking about dark things pretty loosely. I have a bad habit of doing this and it worries my friends lol.